Everyone. Thanks for watching MGS Coaching Football. I do really appreciate it. Today in this video, I'm continuing my playlist on sim pressures, okay, out of our various front disguises that we use in our sim pressure package. And today I'm going to get into one of the backer plug blitzes that we call Bill. So here's my one and only freebie non-subscribers. Anything that begins with B means the backer is the primary blitzer. Okay? So what I'm going to do first is I'll go through the key agenda items so you have a general understanding of how we execute one of our very simple first day install plug blitzes out of our sim pressure disguise package. Okay? And then I'll start up here in Pacific and go clockwise to Atlantic, Mass, and Cali, so you can see how the same single plug blitz looks entirely different based upon which sim pressure disguise we're in. Okay, so this is what we call Bill. Okay, it's a single plug sim pressure. It's in our 5 front system, which is our 3 down base package. All righty. And so first things up, Bill's a single plug. We don't say single plug when we call it, but it's, one defender plug blitzing. And so a single plug concept is, remember, B gap to B gap. It's one inside linebacker, the backer blitzing A gap on his side. Okay. But honestly, number 2 is the biggest part of this whole presentation. And in fact, this entire playlist of sim pressure, excuse me, sim pressures as part of our disguise system. And that is, how do you convince even college players that this isn't something totally new, totally different, right? Because they're lined up in a totally different place. The backer never lines up on the line of scrimmage in a 5 technique on an offensive tackle, right? But yet, he's going to execute the same bill blitz, right? So this is what we do. We say, hey, yes, different starting point. You got to acknowledge it, right? Yeah, you're obviously starting in a different place. You're not, B split on the guard at 4 yards. You're on the line, 5 technique stand up on an offensive tackle, right? So you got to acknowledge that. So, yes, different starting point, but it's the same end point. And then it's up to us to teach them how to get in position to finish in that same end point, right? And in other words, the same A gap as they would from our base 3-4 front. Okay. And that's the gist of this particular presentation. And in fact, it's the gist of all the sim pressure presentations. Okay. So that's the number 2 item on the agenda. Number 3, and this is huge as well, you got to understand how it affects your coverage. So by design in this video, I have it illustrated versus a 3-by-1 4 wide receiver set. Okay. So because it's 4 wide receivers and because it's 3 on one side, right? 3-by-1, you got to have a simple way to cover, right? That makes it easy for you guys to line up and know, oh, okay, it strips, boom, this is what we do. So for us, the coverage spin is to the 3 receiver side, period, boom, done. Doesn't matter who's blitzing. It doesn't matter if they're blitzing on the side of the 3 receivers or on the 1 receiver. It doesn't matter. Okay? And then we make sure that we teach them how to spin to the receiver side and that in fact is automatic. Okay? So it does not follow the same, if it's Lucky, it's Louie, if it's Ringo, it's Roger automatically. It's where are the 3 receivers? That's what determines where the coverage spin will be. And I'll go over the spin very quickly as I begin the video diagram portion of it itself. So starting here with Pacific, as I said, right? You notice we got Liz, 3 wide receivers. Liz, 3 wide receivers. Liz, 3 wide receivers. Number 3 here temporarily was out. And then Liz, 3 wide receivers. Okay? So now I have the 3 defensive linemen underline and I have the backer squared, okay? Because there's the primary blitzer, backer. Since he's on the right, it's a Ringo, okay? Since the three receivers are on the left, it's a Louis. So we're going to spin left, okay? So I'm going to take care of the spin first. We stay in our patented too high middle open look, right? MFO, middle of the field's open. When the ball snapped, we spin. We don't tip our hand. We like to say our alignment is our disguise. So ace means corner has number one. On the snap, the Falcon will screw down. Deuce, he's got number two. Because the dime is lined up 5 technique or C split on the tackle, he's the tray defender. And then on the snap, the whip will spin middle of the field. And then the boundary is also ace. So corners love it. They always are ace. They got the number ones. Boom, done. Okay? So that takes care of how we cover up the 4 wide receivers. And again, we do that on purpose. So no matter who blitzes, we know we got the 4 wide, 3 receivers on one side. They're all covered. Okay? So now let's get to the blitz itself. All righty? So there is somebody else that has to be covered, and that's the running back. So I'm going to take care of that as well. The 2 linebackers available to cover are the Rover and the Mike. Okay? So that's for us is what we call a Mars combo. Mike and the Rover, Mike and the Rover, Mike and the Rover. Okay? So on the snap of the football, the way we do it, the Rover runs to the other side of the formation. He's part of the combo, halfback to our left. The Mike is popping out. He's got halfback to our right. So now we got everybody covered. 5 eligible receivers are all covered. So now how does this work? Well, the 3 defensive linemen, okay? They have to execute first. So what's going to happen is the backer is also going to pop off. So it doesn't look like anybody's blitzing at this point. So now the stud gets it to his C gap. The nose is A gap away from the call. So Ringo means left A gap. The defensive end that's normally away from the call just does his C gap. So now what's meant by stud is first, backer is second. He's going to pop off. When he sees the stud cross the A gap, he will now initiate his normal bill, which is backer and A gap plug. And there it is. Okay? So again, the pop, I said pop, right? Backer's going to pop off. He's part of the combo. Backer's got to pop off so he's in a position to plug the A gap. So what we tell was pop, and you practice this once a week, is their inside foot's up, the foot closest to the ball. They put all of their weight on the big knuckle of the big toe, normal stance, 2-point stance, and then on the snap, they drive, pop off the line of scrimmage, pushing off the knuckle of the big toe. Boom! And it might take a couple of shuffles on the pop. If they've got great explosion on the pop itself, he might get 2 yards or so. But we say get pop, shuffle. Pop, then shuffle again. So that should get you about 3. That's all you need. Okay, so pop, shuffle, come back. And then you got your eyes here, plug, come downhill, drive off the back foot. You really got to work hard with your guys in footwork every day on eliminating false steps, because that's part of this as well. Okay? So now watch how the same exact blitz looks entirely different from a different disguise. Okay? So now we'll go over to Atlantic. Again, 3 receivers are left, so everything stays the same. Ball snap, Falcon spins down. Now the Rover's over here. He's in position, so he's the tray. whip still spins, boundary still is the ace. So now who's available to cover? The Mike again, but this time it's the dime. So they're in a mad combo, okay? Which means the Mike and the dime combo the back. So now the Mike's going to pop off again. The dime doesn't have to do anything. He's already on the opposite side of the back of the Mike. So he's got the back to our right. Okay? Again, backer, pop shuffle. This time it's the end. He sees the end across his face. He plugs the same side A gap because it's a lucky. Nose is in the right A. This case, it's the stud. Doesn't have to move. He's right there. Bang. He's taking the C gap. He also has outside cage. All right. Totally different looking blitz if you're the offense. So now we'll come down to mass. Again, it's Liz. So again, field is ace. Falcon, spin down. Deuce. Now you've got the both outside linebackers and the backer on the same side. The outermost outside linebacker is the tray. So that's the dime. So now we got Mars again because you have the Mike and the Rover available. Okay? So to keep it simple, the Mike will come over, take the running back on his side, and now the Rover just pops off and he takes the running back to our left. Right? There, boom, done. Backer again. Pop shuffle. See the end. The end crosses your face. Plug the A gap. But because of the alignment with the mic stacked and then that kind of movement, again, it's very different looking than the other two. And last but not least, Callie. Again, we have the Liz. Falcon at the field corner, ace. Falcon screws down, deuce. Now it's different because both outside linebackers in the back are on the single receiver side. Whoa! So now how do we take care of this? Who's going to be the tray? For us, it's going to be the whip safety, the other safety. See, tray. And we tell them you're going to use poach technique. So non-subscribers, push the button. On the snap of the ball, he's executing poach. He's got 3 vertical, and he's got 3 period. So if 3 does any kind of a short route, yeah, he's got to get there quick, and yeah, they might complete that pass. Yep. But for us, the bottom line is we're hedging our bets that just covering everybody up forces, we hope, man protection or a full slide across the front. So we know we're going to get most likely one of 2 things, man across the board, or it's going to be full slide one way or the other, right? And then the boundary is ace again. So now we got the Mars combo because the Mike and the Rover are available to cover the running back. So now the Mike moves to the left, Rover pops off, boom, done. Since the whip is Trey, the dime, who is typically another defensive back, or at least a hybrid, on the snap is going to run to the middle third. And really what he's looking to do is read the quarterback's eyes, but he's more available to help out with number 1X, the single receiver. So now same deal. Backer's going to pop off and shuffle. This is a Ringo, so he's got to see that defensive end cross his face. Bang, bang, and once again, it's a totally different look, not just for the pressure, but also the coverage. But following the same simple coverage rules, automatically spin to the 3 receivers. It's my happy dance. So as I said in the beginning, thank you for watching my channel. I do really appreciate it. Non-subscribers, push the button. Everybody, questions, please reach out to me at Coach MJ Sullivan at gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.